What is going on, guys? Your boy back with another video, man. I guess I'll just get into it. I got nothing better to talk about. I think I finally figured out why poor people stay poor. You know, even as a kid, mom struggling, moving from place to place. I just wonder, like, damn, why don't we ever have any money, mom? And I never get an answer. But now I'm starting to see everything for what it is. A lot of poor people are stubborn, prideful, and they just don't want to change. And to some degree, not that I don't understand, but it's just like, I've always been the person, like, if I'm down bad, I would like the help so that I could, I guess, move forward. I don't always ask for help because people nowadays don't even want to help you. But if someone offers genuine help, I'm there to listen because I want to get ahead in life. And I make jokes on here and stuff, and people are like, oh man, it's like, dude, I was just doing that honestly. Like, I feel like this whole space is just full of fake people, right? I could get on here and be like, oh, well, buy Bitcoin, you'll get this amount of return, and all you have to do is just DCA like I did. Just keep buying in. It's just like, that's so worn out. Like, everyone's heard that. Like, I like to keep my channel raw and like it seems like you're talking to me. I don't want it to seem like I got this whole business. Not that I just don't care about like the persona as much. Like, I want my persona to be like a real person. Maybe some days I might get on your nerve, some day I might not. But that's because I'm a real person. I'm not just like, I don't know, an entity or whatever. But I've always been wanting to look for information. I just like information. I like learning. It's just something about it. It seems cool, man. I can always just figure out stuff, and it's like a puzzle. I don't know. My brain runs differently than most people, but I like to figure out puzzles, and I like to be creative. And I feel like a lot of poor people, they're not being creative. And it's not always their fault. I was poor. I have been poor. You know, it sucks because, it's like you're just trying to make it. But that's the problem. You're just trying to make it. You're not really building on anything. You're just surviving. And I think that's the main problem with poor people, is they're just surviving. And then I guess, I don't know, I understand why people feel some type of way, that like, it is always the people who don't quote unquote deserve it that have the money, but maybe not all those people, but a lot of those people just really just know what to do with their money. Like, if you took me and brought me back to 18 with this type of mindset, dude, I'd be way richer than I am now. So it's like, it's not really the money, it's the knowledge, but people don't want the knowledge because they don't have the money and they feel like everything's fine, One thing I notice about poor people is they have a hard time changing their habits. I know I do personally, but seriously, like when you tell them, hey, dude, give up DoorDash, they really like start to get nervous. It's like, oh man, well, just drink cheap coffee. It's like they start getting scared. Like, I don't get it, man. I genuinely, maybe that's because I've grown up being so poor that I can't afford anything. So it's like, yeah, when I need money, I just stop spending or whatever. I just do whatever. Like, I'm not really attached to anything because I've never had anything. It's almost like I'm a cheat code in the mix, but poor people have to start realizing that you got to do something with your money. You can't just put it in a bank account. You're not going to come up that way. And even if you do, man, sorry, I just woke up, my nose. It's just, even if you do save a lot of money, once you get a lot of money, what are you going to do with it? Because you don't know what to do with it. It's like, people need to start really thinking about stuff. And I think people get a lot further. But I understand, man, because One thing about the Matrix, man, is, and just the concept of trying to make it, just trying to survive, is that you become prey, man. And they're gonna prey on you because they're gonna inflate stuff. They're gonna make stuff more expensive, and they're not gonna make your life easier. And that's why this whole, oh, I'm just toughing it out, man, that doesn't work, man. It doesn't work. And then they get mad at someone like me because I'm telling them, do something with your money. And then they clap back. It's like, dude, nobody has any money. Like, okay, I understand that. I understand that. But you gotta do something about it. Because if you don't do something about it, you're just gonna become more prey. And more prey. And more prey. And then people look up and I just feel bad for them, man. How could you imagine? The poor guy. The guy who's always been poor. The guy who didn't go to college. The guy who's been broker than everybody. Now feel sorry for regular people. You know, it's all circles, you know, it's all full circle, but just for the love of God, do something with your money and stop making it seem like it's other people is the reason why you're not getting ahead. It could be, but a lot of the times, man, you gotta let go of some of that bull crap, man. You can't be going out partying every night. You can't just be buying fast food every day just because you're stressed. It's like, now is the time to make a plan, because if not, you'll just continue to be prey. And then if someone tells you they're making money, it seems so unbelievable because you're just wrapped in this world. You're wrapped in your own world. Bro, there's people out here making $1 million a day, 100K a day, 10K a day. It's like, it's not what you think, man. I think people are so used to their lifestyle that they're gonna be like shell shocked when they figured out that people came up while they were just like making it, you know? I understand if you have kids. I don't have kids, so it's a little different, a little tricky. There's still ways around it, man. I still would have been buying like stuff, you know. I like, you still gotta do something. You have to.